My guess is that very few residents like me are aware that their vehicle movements are being recorded, but that naivete, like mine, I think will likely be dispelled sooner rather than later, given the growing awareness and outcry broadly across the country against these types of systems. Safety cannot be the end that justifies any means, and any benefit resulting from the use of these systems must be weighed against the infringement on constitutionally protected rights. It's our duty as citizens, and I believe your duty as our leadership, to ensure that powerful tools are not needlessly or carelessly put in powerful hands. The policy explicitly recognizes that the technology may be used, quote, to gather information related to active warrants, homeland security, electronic surveillance, suspect interdiction, and stolen property recovery, end quote. According to the policy, the system may be searched for information without any showing of reasonable suspicion or probable cause. And it appears from my looking at the website that nearly 270 entities across the state have been granted access to Fountain Valley PD data. I suspect that the use of the system has and will expose Fountain Valley to litigation, which is already happening across the country as communities resist these systems.
In our city, without real oversight and without real public information being made available to everyone here, really contrary to popular belief that these devices don't really make us safer. It just kind of violates our Fourth Amendment right at the end of the day.
Flock system continuously captures and data on the movements of all residents, not just suspects, contributing to a national surveillance network that aggregates location data across thousands of cities. This creates a de facto surveillance database of ordinary daily life, including activities such as visiting a doctor or a therapist, picking up your children from school, or going to a place of worship. Unlike with phone data, residents have no choice about their locations being logged, and no legal process stands between that data and law enforcement. Flock retains this data on its cloud server. On its own, the city does not have full control over who can access it or under what circumstances. Oxnard published a news release and said that their police department, OPD, suspended the use of Flock after an, quote, audit revealed that even though OPD's Flock safety security settings had been set to California-only access, a vendor-enabled nationwide query allowed agencies from outside California, which also include federal agencies, to query OPD's data without OPD's knowledge or approval. I ask the Council to terminate the contract with Flock and to reject future contracts with vendors whose systems enable mass surveillance of residents.
Is that I reviewed the video and the agenda of when the contract was unanimously approved back in August of 2024. And there was a 6-minute discussion, and most of that was a briefing from Captain DeSantis, I believe, talking about how they were super excited to use the system. And he described how systems scan and store vehicle information, like Chief just talked about. And he said that this was to help the PD perform an investigation of crime. What the captain didn't cover is that the system stores and processes all the vehicles it passes by the 10 cameras installed in the city.
The problem is that when you have bad actors, which can happen anywhere, it can be abused. The times that we've seen in the news where they relate the different abuses or whatever, I'm pretty sure that those police had safety regulations and systems in check. Think that it's just Fountain Valley and a few other really good people. Most police departments, if not all, do, because they really care about it. Because most people are not bad actors. However, it can be, and it has been used to injure people.